Right? All the characters were just him fucking hallucinating.
I mean, that would kind of make sense, don't it?
Right? I mean, I was like, he doesn't get benefits from leadership, so why not make him the leader?
Yeah, that makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. The universe wants to screw with you, don't you?
Yeah, but apparently he's level 19 while everyone else is level 16. I don't understand it. We started out at the same time.
RNG works in very mysterious ways, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
It's even funnier because he has a 50 cal sniper rifle, so I'm like, I don't get this. He can one shot almost everything. He does over 1,000 damage per shot. What the hell? Did I break this game already?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm just being stupid. I'm like,
Quite silly.
yeah. So we live or are we
Yeah,
still
we
doing?
we live. Yeah, sorry about that.
Okay.
It's been a while since probably the couple of guys that are on this channel have heard me for a while. Possibly hearing better. Just asking, how's my audio?
The audio's
Pretty good.
fine.
Oh, that's neat. Because usually a lot of people complain that I have low audio.
I mean, if
how.
you can't raise it, ain't much you can do. So
Yeah. Well, at least people can hear me. That's my biggest concern.
So going back, let's start with Bioware. I think honestly, the new Mass Effect game could honestly save them. I mean, with the re-release of the Mass Effect trilogy, it brought back life to the company.
I have zero hope that it'll do anything, because after Andromeda, there's close to no way you can't unfuck what they've done.
From what I've read and seen of screenshots, it looks like Raider is coming back, but he's being brought back to the Milky Way galaxy.
No, anything that has Peter for me is just automatically dead.
This is coming from a guy who's beaten Mass Effect Andromeda twice, so honestly, the combat was phenomenal. I liked it. It was the glitches, yes, it did ruin the story, but the exploration was pretty nice. The customizable of your armor pieces was phenomenal. Like being able to mod them while building the weapon so you can have more mod slot was broken.
I honestly just don't care about I didn't care about Andromeda after seeing how broken the game was.
I mean, if you play it now, it is fine. You can slog through it.
It's a decent, mellow third-person shooter. That's basically what it is. You can't even really call it.
It is decent.
It is not an RPG by any means, like at all.
The storyline, no, but your character customization, making Ryder your character, is actually pretty fun. They have
in terms of combat.
Biotic.
In terms of combat, yeah, but in terms of actual characterization, no.
Yeah, no. But I did like the combat abilities. If you start progressing in all three of them, you're able to get an ability called Blink, and it transforms your dodge jetpack into you literally phase in and out of reality to move through solid matter.
Those are some interesting concepts. I'll give him that. That's what I'll say.
And I did like the weapons. Like, I have a Black Widow with 4 mod slots on it, and I can one-shot anything.
Neato.
I was like, fuck it, why not? Let's give the most overpowered gun more ammunition, more penetration, more damage.
It's called mini-maxing, and it's good.
It's not min-maxing. I can shoot 3 things before I have to reload.
Okay.
But
Well, in lore-wise, the Black Widow is literally a one-shot rifle.
But you were able to slap 3 more bullets inside for some.
2 more bullets into it. It's because during the customization of when you build weapons instead of buying them, you build weapons with materials. When you're building them, you can have it where you put extra mod slots on it, where it does more mods, more damage, more penetration power, more ammunition. When you're doing that, and then you can put mods on it to increase the penetration damage. It's an interesting system.
Okay, now let's put it into a game that isn't dog shit. Like, I understand everything and all, but still, it's Andromeda. It's
Yeah.
infamous for those things. I like what I'm hearing, but it's still Andromeda. Like, it's not gonna win me over.
yeah,
It's still that game. Like, let's hope that at least this one they're going to release will have all those all these neato things that you're talking about, and hopefully it won't be as dog shit as it is. And most importantly, bring back the Quarians. Yeah, bring back the Quarians.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna take place in the Milky Way because you're saying
Yeah, it
Liara,
is.
you're saying that they're rebuilding the Mass Effect relays, but
Wait, they're building them?
yeah, you see
So-
that when the like in 7-Day, you see like little stuff in there. Yeah, the one of the destroy endings is apparently canon, so they are moving
Because
forward
the
from
story
that.
ending is the only good ending.
Yeah,
Because
The official canon ending for Mass Effect 3 that they're working with story-wise, because that would have been too hard to continue the story with the other two, indoctrination and synthesis. So it makes sense for Shepard to destroy the Reapers. So yeah, from what we've seen and what I've done research on, they're rebuilding the Mass Effect relays.
because I presume they have enough they have enough intelligence about the Mass Effect relays from other places, because they had enough time to try and do something similar or something of the like, but still, knowing the original plot of Mass Effect 3, you know how apparently the Mass Effect relays were just accelerating some sort of heat death of the universe, because their constant use would create dark matter energy that would just
the use of
So
Element
the re-
Zero would increase the amount of dark matter. Yeah,
So Elemental Zero is actually dark energy. That's what that is.
huh.
and the use of
So-
it. Yeah,
It wasn't actually accelerating the heat death of the universe. If I remember in the comics, they explain it. The Mass Effect relays literally put the mass of the object down to 0. So it negated the atomic mass levels of them, so it can accelerate at faster than light, because mass equals acceleration speed times
Yeah.
velocity of light. It's
I played the games. I understood that kind of logic, and then in Lolly's video, it kind of put it in a very simple way. In Lolly's
I'll explain it as simple as possible without going in the mumbo jumbo science terms. It
Yeah, I
gets
know.
rid of the mass of the object accelerated, so it can go faster than speed of light.
you're just using the same sort of acceleration, but this time instead of using a giant spaceship, you're basically just throwing a cardboard box at that speed.
Yeah.
Because there's
And
a
they
big
still.
there's
Sorry. You go.
Because there's still a big difference from tossing something that weighs thousands of tons to a cardboard box with a
Yeah.
rocket propellor.
It doesn't weigh as cardboard box. It weighs 0. The Mass
know.
Effect.
I know, but I'm making a super easy comparison. You know,
Uh,
so I was just making a comparison.
yeah. No, you're fine. I'm a huge Mass Effect nerd. I have 2 Omni blades.
I am fine with Mass Effect. I played it once, and that was it. I did my choices. I did my everything, and it's fine for me. Good story.
To answer the realist metals question, so the Geth coming back to mindless robots. Honestly, depending on which one they make end in, I think they're probably going to make it where they both unionize the Quarians and the Geth. I think the Geth are going to still be not
no.
there because I think they were destroyed in the Destroy ending.
Yeah, and Destroy
Yeah,
ending, it says like Edie and the Geth are gonna be destroyed.
Yeah,
So
gone.
we don't
Not the
exactly
sexy
unless
robot,
unless the Quarians plan on
Not
rebuilding them. So that's a
which is
maybe.
highly unlikely.
Yeah, highly unlikely. Well, even if they unionize, that depends on which is canon per se. But we'll have to see when the game releases. And
I don't think the Geth are coming back.
Oh, no.
I have my
At
doubts.
least, unless some retard there is just going to create some sort of new Geth, and then the same thing in the first game happens because of course the ending that we got is it doesn't matter if you destroyed him. The ancestor will create new machines and the chaos will return again. Bullshit. You know how much that made me boil my piss.
I don't know. I
No.
don't think they're gonna continue from that. I'm pretty sure they're gonna move away from the Godchild stuff as far as much as possible.
God, I hope so.
I would assume that much they did. One of the big reasons I actually want to come back to this topic in particular is because, like, Casey's not there anymore. Most of the writers that were there aren't there anymore in Bioware.
Yeah.
Casey who?
Casey
The
Hudson.
one who wrote the original Mass Effect trilogy
and helped direct it.
to
Yeah.
That's
Uh,
why I
Dragon Age. Yeah, I believe the lead director that wrote for BioWare for Dragon Age Inquisition and Andromeda is not there, so we have a new director. I believe it's the same director who's working on Dreadwolf.
Yeah, and then we're gonna get to that in a little bit, though. But
heard.
because in terms of Dragon Age, we're gonna have to start at the beginning. But let's get to Mass Effect first. So, my opinions on 4 is I think it's cool that we're finally going back to the Milky Way, and we get to see other characters. We get to see like all the fan favorites come back. Hopefully,
And possibly if things.
and I hope that and I hope that like you're able to at least like create the world state, like similar to what other games. Like I hope that you can, and not make it so that the Liara romance is canon, because that kind of screws over people who like screw you if you're femshep and you romance Garrus, or you're male shep and you romance Tally.
That's why I like to think maybe.
Mailship and romance that dump truck.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm not. That's why I'm thinking they're not gonna bring up the old characters, because this is too much of a minefield for everyone to even try, unless they've got some cojones to do that and just say that Shepard was a good friend.
I disagree. I'm pretty sure they're gonna do that due to nostalgia.
Yeah,
I'm afraid.
honestly,
Yeah.
if they did it like with Dragon Age Inquisition, how they had the Dragon Keep and all that, where you can import your saves or make a new world save for you, so it's customized to you, I think that would probably be the best option to go with.
Mm-hmm.
I have a doubt, because I don't think they're gonna be that backward compatible with all of the version, unless they're like gonna make you unless you say, did you play the old Mass Effect? Good. Complete these things and say, how did you play it? And then it just fits that. If not, they're gonna go in their own version of the canon, because I find it difficult, because I'm not that as wishy-washy as most people. I am very realistic that these are it's still the new BioWare. This is a guy we haven't never heard about. I have too many doubts and low expectation. That's the point what I'm looking at.
I gotcha. It could go either or. I mean, we don't know that much about the game anyway. It's like we don't know who the villain is. We don't know if we're gonna be fighting the stinking Borg in Andromeda. We have no idea what we're gonna be dealing with.
Reapers.
Why did they thought the Borg was a good idea?
Honestly, it was an interesting concept. It was more of them genetically modifying the species there to be like one union.
So a hive mind.
Hive mind.
Yeah,
It could work if it was any other universe. It's like it's just
But-
it's quite clear that the people working on that game who, like, what was it, Bioware Montreal or whatever, like they did not have the imagination like at all.
It was
Yeah,
basically Reapers 2.0.
I wouldn't even say
sounds
that.
very yeah, that's another thing about
Oh,
Andromeda.
I'm gonna-
Like, yeah, that's another point about Andromeda. It just feels super fucking generic because these people have really zero creativity about things.
Hmm.
And I hope they fix Ryder's face if they're really gonna bring him or her back. Because do I need to remind her about Fem Ryder's face? Do I need to remind you all?
Crippling autism.
Yeah, dude, I played since day one, so I got to experience all that.
I'm sorry, my face is tired from dealing with everything. God,
I
the
hope-
dialogue in that game is terrible.
It's not just stiff. It's just It's just soggy cardboard level of awful.
I think I pissed that one off. Maybe it's because I shot him in the face.
Let me send myself.
We got a 2,000-year-old couch in here. I'm like, that thing's gonna be a dust by now. We switched drama pieces so we can understand each other. You're just walking around naked.
Please end me. And my fucking
I mean,
suffering.
yeah, it was cringe, but it was interesting that they brought the Elusive Man's daughter into it.
What?
Harper?
Oh
That's
yeah,
the Elusive Man, Jack Harper. That's his daughter.
so stupid.
I know.
Why?
It's just it's just unravels.
It was part
Dishonored
of the
Wolf, I think.
comic-
Yeah.
It was part of the comics and all that Jack had a daughter and all that, and they're like, "What should we do? Let's have somebody trained as an Astari commando into the team."
Why? Why? Why?
I didn't write the story. Trust me, if I did, there would be way more boobies.
If it wasn't for me, at least it would be something more out of Deep Space Nine. This Canada Cali shit. Okay.
It'll be more like, if I did, it'd be more like D Space Nines and maybe Warhammer. Just go more in that cosmic route rather than like the what was it, the Get or whatever they're called. I see that already. I'm forgetting their name. Like they would be a lot more scary. I mean,
Yeah.
the idea of like this alien race like transforming other species into them should be
Yeah.
done well. Like that.
I mean, fucking Warhammer did it pretty good with the
Yeah.
gene splicers.
Exactly. That's my point.
Yeah, that could have been something, but if it could have been, we're talking Star Trek, at least it could have been something more like Voyager than Deep Space Nine instead, because Deep Space Nine deals more with, places that we know and actually has certain politics and things like that. Or we're gonna go for Deep Space Nine. It's actually just a very high. It's just a very high tech. It's a very high tech empire like the Dominion, and we're just trying to tear it down from the inside instead of big hive mind. Could also go that way.
Anyone want to jump to Dragon Age?
Oh, I'm ready to talk about Dragon Age.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
said that.
That
That's-
man, that kind of. I'm ready to say a hot take. I think the only like real
Go
solid
ahead.
Dragon Age game might be Origins. Like that's the one you can argue is like a true RPG. When you got to 2, they were clearly just trying. Well, they were rushed with 2.
Yeah, from 2 they were rushed.
They were rushed. They didn't have that much time. They did craft it a bit more like to be like Mass Effect. When you got to Inquisition, like I know people liked the game at launch. Definitely as the time progressed, people realized there were more issues with the game than just the gameplay.
You could say that their views got more jaded as time passes on.
Like what used to be somewhat of like a grimdark fantasy kind of turned into a high fantasy a bit when you got to Inquisition. The tone was a lot lighter, it was a lot brighter. The grimdark aspect of the Grey Wardens was pretty much toned down. Like I remember someone saying that like there is a definite difference when you go from Origins to Inquisition, because Origins is like much like a neat inverse of your typical fantasy story, where if you get cold feet being a Grey Warden, you're gonna get like killed. You're not allowed to leave. It's like, no, you drink the Darkspawn blood, and if you die, tough luck.
You die.
Exactly. It's like you either you die or you survive, and you're a Grey Warden. When you got to Inquisition, it's like, oh, hunky dory, cool, I'm fighting demons and stuff like that. And when it was like when a freaking blight happened, it was like the actual gates of hell that were basically opening, and it's like, oh, and only the Grey Wardens can stop it, and there was an actual like evilness to it. When you got to Inquisition, you're basically fighting like your standard one-in-the-mill villain, or at least it appeared to be that way until you play any of the DLC. Thanks, EA. But
yeah, DLC ruins the next game for you, so that's all.
well, it actually just revealed, like, it shouldn't have been DLC, to be honest. It should have been post-game, like, in-game content. That's what it should have been. With the reveal of Solus being an elfin god, the Dreadwolf, and being the villain of the next game.
Oh yeah, no, but here's my counter argument to that. Dragon Age Inquisition does have good parts about it. Yes, they brought back, they toned back on the magic, they toned back on that, but it's more of, if you don't think it as a fantasy game, if you think it more of as a political game, where you have to manage your resources, manage what does what, and all that, it's more easier to get into it. You're playing a political game with hints of fantasy to lead up to Dragon Age 4. Dragon Age Origins is phenomenal. Awakening DLC, fucking great. 2 was my first Dragon Age game I played, so 2 has a special place in me. The magic combat in 2 was great. You were able to customize your great hawk as you are. And it's the only one to have close quarter combat with a mage that uses magic as a close range weapon instead of just he hits you with your staff and does magic damage with it.
Yeah. Oh, another thing to mention Inquisition is the you can tell there's a difference in design philosophy. Like, how many people play that game upgrading, what was it, Skyhold or whatever, thinking that something massive was going to happen, like a suicide mission, but it was going to be your castle, and if you didn't upgrade, like something bad was going to happen. It doesn't really play into effect in the final mission at all. You teleport somewhere else, you fight the main baddie, you beat him, and that's
then
it.
You get teleported back to the Sacred Ashes, to the Temple of Sacred Ashes. Yeah, dude, I have sunk over 1,000 hours into Inquisition. I know that seems like kind of cringe.
Yeah.
But I'm a huge Dragon Age fan. I see its flaws. I'm going to be critical about it, but it was a new engine they were working with. It was a new kind of thing. It was a new writer. It was interesting. They didn't really know to go because the original writers, for one, left and didn't leave any notes.
Yeah.
Gee.
And it shows. It's also even crazier looking back, because if you don't remember Andromeda, Jason Schreier's coverage on that, like they accidentally fell on the most decent game they actually could have. Like, Inquisition was like, it was like in that middle. It was like, if anything went wrong,
steps.
Yeah, if anything went wrong, it would have been an Andromeda. It could have been Andromeda or Anthem before Andromeda or Anthem.
Yeah, Dragon Age Inquisition came out in 2014.
Yeah, it was 2014. Yeah.
And honestly, I did like the idea that they made the rest of the DLC for the PS4. It actually does improve upon the story. And I know it's console exclusive DLC, but it was a good idea because they wouldn't have to work with lower gen console. Like, I'm going to say something critical about the new God of War. I have beaten it. I have 100% of God of War Ragnarok. God of War Ragnarok is a PS4 game for a PS5.
Eh. Yeah. But yeah, back to Inquisition, like, another thing I can add about about Solus, like, I still stand by. I still kind of wish that should have been base game content, because if you
Yeah.
didn't get the DLC, you didn't fork other money, you wouldn't have gotten that, wouldn't be able to play that twist, and that one of the people working with you was apparently the person who caused the rift to happen in the first place.
So those who haven't played Inquisition, Solus is the Dreadwolf. He is the elven trickster. He is the elven god. But he's not a god. He was just a really fucking powerful mage. So powerful, he created the Fade. He created the Dream World to trap the elven mages.
I feel like there's something. I think there's something in the Elder Scrolls that could be compared to this, but I don't know which it is.
It's either, I'm thinking of either Morrowind. It's either one of the older ones.
Daggerfall.
Daggerfall. There we go.
He was like they were too powerful. They didn't care about anyone, and he was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna trap them." The demons are the emotions of those elven mages. And if you actually play Inquisition, you learn. He starts hinting at it. It's like, I know more than I'm letting on. It's a sly trickster. That's what he does. If you play as a female elven mage and you have your tattoos and all that, you learn that those are Tevinter slave marks, and he will get rid of them for you. It's actually a pretty impactful, powerful scene.
That's another thing I want to get into. Pretty much, Dreadwolf they kind of screwed over like other players in a way, and this might just be another hot take of mine, but I don't know. Maybe I'm rambling, but I think like the only way, I'm like, wait a minute. So if you romance Solus and then you find the twist, that's a lot more impactful writing-wise.
Yeah.
So like the only way for you to technically play Dreadwolf is to basically play the female elf mage that you played. Any female
character can romance Solus. It's a lot harder. If you play as a Kunari, you have to do more. If you play as a human, you have to do a lot more. You have to basically be agreeing with Solus on every aspect. An elven female mage is just so much easier to do.
Especially since it has its own version where like you're actually speaking Elvish when you find out, in that scene.
Speaking about the wells and all that, I think honestly Morgan should not have gotten it because it would made her in servitude of her mother. But then you find out her mother is also another elven god.
Yeah.
And Solus takes her power.
Yep.
But that's in base game. You find that out.
Yeah, that's an end credit scene, ain't it?
Yeah.
Last time I checked, that's an end credit scene. Yeah, that's.
But yeah, Gryphius is using the power of the Dreadwolf, trying to break in the Veil, trying to break into the Fade, trying to like answer questions. Like that's a good motive for a villain and all that. He did do it. He came back and the thrones were empty. I wonder why.
Yeah, just man, but Casey's no longer there. All the good writers no longer there. The people that made Bioware no longer there. More interested in seeing them make their own company. I'm keeping a close eye on that than I am. But
Speaking of that, have they done anything?
The new people? No, I think they're still crafting their new IP. I think. Hopefully, it's good. Like they're talented writers. They're talented people. Yeah. So, but I mean, like
when you give them a script, they're like, "Yeah, we're good. We got this."
Mm-hmm. But for the people in Bioware right now, as for them, like, yeah, like 2 blunders, and that kind of sucks. But even the like, especially the stuff with Andromeda is like such a screw up, and just most of it's EA's fault. Most of it isn't EA's fault. It is just pure pride and mismanagement. Like it is EA's fault. I think they were trying to push them towards a multiplayer aspect video games of Dragon Age Inquisition and Andromeda. They were trying to make it live service and all that. I played Mass Effect, the multiplayer for both of them, and honestly,
they're okay. It's mission based. It's all that. But Andromeda has the better multiplayer aspect because you can grab materials from multiplayer, like you get crates and all that, and you can bring them over into your single player game. Inquisition did not have that.
Inquisition was like DLC for multiplayer, I think.
It was the. They give you 3 new characters that you had to build to get. It was the Harley Quinn, the Dragon Warrior, and the Kunari one. I can't remember which one was that. But yeah, I gotta say, Inquisition has one of the better characters, companions. The Iron Bull.
That's gonna set some people off. I don't know about Iron Bull.
I like Iron Bull because first off, you can romance him as any character you want. So if you want to be a gay character, congratulations. Have fun with the Kunari. Iron Bull Solus has one of the best dialogue. It's funny because they're playing chess while they're fighting a match. And then we'll yell at moves like knight to e3 and Bull's like, fuck. It's pretty interesting. But if you romance Iron Bull, you see him as in person and not this secret super spy that he doesn't become Talvashah, which is basically their traitor word for the Kunari. And it's just impactful when you have to see him either sacrifice an alliance with the Kunari, something that's never been done before, or save his team, his mercenary, the people he's worked with, people he's bled for. It's impactful. You see that in his face. And it affects him as a character. He becomes more robotic if you side with the Kunari. He goes back into that old spy mindset. Or if you keep his team, you keep the banner and all that. He becomes the mercenary chief. He becomes the lovable idiot.
Interesting.
And in one part, you're fighting in the Fade. You're trying to fight the Nightmare Demon, right? If you bring Iron Bull with you, he gives out some hilarious shit. One of the aspects is he's missing his left eye, and he's like, "If you guys try to flank me, go for my left side. I can't see shit." And he says that out loud to the party, like, "If I get possessed, go for the left."
That's funny.
Yeah, and I understand we have the dwarf. I can't remember. Varric. Varric is great. Varric is a good storyteller. Varric is a great companion. But he's more... He's doing it for himself. He's a cunning person. Oh, we got a bot.
Don't worry, I got it. Yeah, I'll agree with Varric. I might say Varric is my personal fave. He's honestly the best thing about DA2, but yeah.
In Dragon Age 3, you find out he's religious. He believes in Andraste. It's just that, it takes away from his character from 2. He was the I got your back, Hawk. I will never let you down to I'm suddenly joining the Inquisition. Okay. If they would have made Varric as a side character, that would have... I'm going to say something that might sound controversial. They brought back Hawk. Yeah, they brought him back in Inquisition for the Nightmare mission. But they should have done Varric as a mediator between the Inquisition and Hawk. Like, hey, I got a buddy that can help us. Don't bring him on as a companion. Bring him on as a one of the 3 generals, right? They should have done that.
That would be cool.
And they could have introduced a new character instead of bringing back a fan favorite. Like, nearly all the Inquisition members all the Inquisition companions are new except for Varric.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do with Dreadwolf. I mean, I know Solus wants to, what was it, bring down the veil,
Fate, yeah, the veil. He wants to bring. He
and that would
wants
end
to
up,
attack,
yeah, and that would end up,
destroying the world.
yeah, that will
It
destroy
would-
the world in the process. Yeah. So
If I remember correctly, the reason why they tried to stop the veil because the two worlds were merging, and I don't understand it. Why not let Corypheus do his plan? Like, that's what Corypheus wanted to do. He wanted to destroy the veil. He wanted to bring it into our world. So he's basically doing what Corypheus is doing. And from originally, it was supposed to be a tactical. You're playing as a spy interventor and all that, but they scrapped that and they haven't really updated it. They just announced the name. Solus is going to be the bad guy. It's interventor.
yep. Wonder how they're gonna stretch that to an entire game, though.
I mean, the Teventer is where the Kunari are. It's the Imperius of where mages are the supreme ones.
Mm.
I mean, they're bringing back Dorian.
Oh, that's cool.
I like Dorian.
Yeah.
He was fun.
Yeah. Yucks. Oh, we'll just have to wait and see if there's more coverage. I know there's definitely in their early phases so far.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think they're working on Dreadwolf, and then they're going to work on the new Mass Effect, if I remember correctly.
What's Beowulf?
Dreadwolf.
Oh, Dreadwolf. That's a new IP they're making?
No, that's Dragon Age. Dragon Age 4.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting naming choice. Excuse me.
I got punched in the face.
Yeah.
I guess that might close up. In terms of Bioware, is like, I guess I might end my closing thoughts with saying that I don't know how that's gonna turn out. Like the old garb is gone. Casey's no longer there. The OG people who wrote and worked on Mass Effect are no longer there.
Yeah.
So
I just say let's wait and see.
yeah.
And honestly, I'm gonna say I'm kind of excited for it. It's I want to see where all this new stuff is going. You know,
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah, I would say same. Like, it's just, I'm wary. Because it's cool we get to
they
see
have
Gary.
interesting ideas.
Hmm?
Sorry.
Oh,
They
it's,
have interesting ideas. I want to see where this goes. And let's see now if they can fuck it up.
yeah. Yeah, like, I want to see Garrus again. But none of the writing team are there. I want to go back to the Milky Way galaxy in Mass Effect. None of the people are there. We get to see the voices, like, I know for a fact, like, Mark Meir and, damn it, Jennifer Hale, they're reprising
Nice.
their roles.
Ooh.
But, is the writing going to be the same? So it's
Speaking
like,
about Hale, she's the new voice of Bayonetta.
oh yeah. Well, that's
yeah,
old.
That's for another.
That's old
Yeah.
coverage. I don't know if we want to talk about that though. I don't know. I haven't played Bayo 3 yet. But yeah, I guess
It's not out yet,
is
it?
No, it is. Bayo 3 is out.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. I'm almost switching.
Yeah, Lolly played it on stream.
Yeah.
She did.
Yeah, I guess to close out, like, Bioware, we don't know. I mean, it won't shock me if it gets shut down in the next 5 or so years. Like, knowing EA's track record.
It's just shit.
I think EA is coming back to the single player games because with the success of Fallen Order and all that, it hits them in the face. Is like, oh yeah, single players are a thing. So I think they're trying to make it more single player. I think they're trying to allocate more resources towards being single player. From what I heard, Dragon Age Dreadwolf was supposed to be multiplayer, but EA told them no, let's focus it on single player. That's what I've heard.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Fallen Order 2 is coming out. That's right.
Yeah, survival.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
excited for that.
I'm excited for that too. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's
Oh.
good. Can't wait for
Hopefully.
freaking main character in that to die or be left alive somewhere.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, is he gonna get a new lightsaber upgrade? Is he gonna give a third one?
Hopefully update the combat a tad. That's what I'm hoping for.
Right. They should have gotten the guy who did the Darth Maul. They should have got him monocapping for dual blading.
I know what you're talking about. Dang, why can't I remember his name?
I've seen him do it in real life.
Yeah.
In Comic-Con 2014. You know that video of him doing the moves and all that?
Oh, yeah.
I was there.
Oh, damn, were you? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Damn, really?
Yeah, I saw him fucking do all that shit in real life. The dude is still phenomenal. Like, you know the earring Darth Maul has, he actually wears? That was his own earring.
Oh.
Damn.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
know.
Sick.
I legit did not know that.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Unironically.
Speaking about Comic-Con, that was also the last time I saw Jason David Frank in person.
Why? What happened to the guy? And what did he play?
He passed away.
Oh.
Suicide.
Shit.
Yeah.
What did he play anyway?
He played Tommy Oliver, the Green Ranger, the Red Ranger, the Black Ranger, Dino Thunder. Yeah, I can go on and talk about this man. This man was my hero.
Damn, that must suck. Like,
Damn.
like suicide?
Yeah.
That's all his family's released.
Yeah, Trent, you can join. Jesus, dude.
That sucks. Like, I haven't kept myself really interested about Power Rangers and all that stuff ever since I was 14 or 15. So
Yeah. Nah, I'm a 90s kid. I grew up on that shit. And I still fucking whistle the Mighty Morphin Ranger theme song.
yeah,
I grew up on the later shows.
Oh, yeah. I have the movie, Tropic. I have
Turbo?
the Power Rangers Turbo movie. I have it.
Yeah, I remember.
You ever remember that old like Power Rangers show? It was like only 3 of them, and they were all like animal themed. Like one was a jaguar.
Yeah, Power Rangers Ninja Storm.
What's it called?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was the three. It was the Ninja Storm had 3, and then they introduced the Beetle Rangers and all that. It was really interesting. And then you had the Samurai one. That one also had Tommy Oliver as the Black Ranger, who was the Pteranodon.
Yeah, it was the one from Dino Force, because that's why I remember
Yeah.
more. The Dino one. What was the name again? One of the
Dino
dinosaurs.
Thunder.
Dino
Dino Thunder. That's the one. That was.
Yeah. Gemini. Dr. Oliver is Tommy Oliver. He was the Green Ranger. He was the White Ranger. He was the Red Ranger. He was he was in Mystic Force. He was in Dino Thunder. He was in SPD. Tommy was the only recurring character to nearly appear in all of the series.
He was the Legend Ranger.
He was,
I
yeah.
guess he-
At first, he started off as a villain. That's what gets me. The Green Ranger in the OG Mighty Morphin Power Rangers almost killed off the Rangers because of Divatox. She gave him the green morphing power.
Damn.
But because of his friends, they brought him over to the good side.
That's impressive.
Yeah, Jungle
Like a
Fury.
Ninjago type deal.
What?
Like a Ninjago type deal with the what's his name, Floyd.
No,
Lloyd.
he was. Lloyd was a robot, but Tommy was a human martial artist
Wait,
who
what?
hanged out. Yeah.
I mean, like Lego Ninjago.
No,
You
Lloyd-
never saw
Lloyd-
that show?
Lloyd was not the robot. The other guy was the robot. Lloyd was
He was a kid. He was a kid at Garmadon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it
And
wasn't
Lego,
like that.
Lego
Tommy,
Ninjago ripped off a lot from Power Rangers. Let's
Yes.
get that out of the
It
way.
was-
Tommy
Lego-
did appear in Wild Force. It was a very brief cameo, but he appeared in it. It was like 2 episodes. But yeah, no. Tommy was an original high schooler martial artist who trained with the Red Ranger, the Rangers. He was their martial art person, and then he got captured by Divatox, and then became hypnotized him to be the Green Ranger. Oh yeah, Rita Divatox was Turbo.
Yeah, it was the. I remember that one about Divatox because I also used to watch a bit of Turbo back in the day before they went into space, and they were called. What was the name when they went into space?
SPD or
Oh.
Space Patrol.
Yeah, Space Patrol, because SPD was the one with a dog man in it.
Yeah, that one. Space Patrol, SPD was the cop Power Rangers.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Space Patrol became Time Patrol Paradox, and then it was SPD, and then they went back to RM Ninja Storm, Wild Fury, then Ninja Storm, and then it was Mystic Force, and then RPD, and then the new one, which is a remake of the original Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
It's getting real complicated, but I also gotta ask, since I'm not that much of a Power Ranger nerd, where does Dan Southward slip inside the Power Ranger universe?
I forgot who that is.
It's like something Ranger. Shit, that really doesn't help. I mean, there's no shame when I go look it up on Wikipedia. Just look up for Dan Southworth. And also, Lone, can you help?
Was he the golden one?
No, I don't think it was the golden one. I think it was like some sort of special. He's special in the name. But he was mostly white in his armor and not
Special Prism Ranger.
possibly. I know he had a pistol that could turn into a sword.
Yeah, that was RPD if I remember correctly, and he was from the future. He was the kid that hanged out in the SPD headquarters. Remember the little blonde kid? That was him from the future. He traveled back in time. I don't understand. It's pretty fucking. My brain's like trying to remember all this shit.
Yeah, I only heard about it because I only remember Power Rangers sporadically because I didn't watch it as religiously as much as a kid. I was mostly just too focused on Cartoon Network. You know? Because I don't think Cartoon Network actually... Wait, that reminds me. Since, we're different, it's much more different from here in Europe to America. Where did they play Power Rangers? And what channel?
Dang.
HBO. It was
I don't remember it being HBO. I remember it being either. I'm certain it was either
Disney XD.
It was either Disney XD, CN. It was CBS. I don't know. It was like some channel. I legit forgot.
If I remember correctly, it was mostly our local.
Oh, it was like it had the weird fucking little round orb, and Power Rangers was just. It was.
I remember Jetix.
That's local.
I remember Jetix. That's what I remember. Jetix.
Was it Fox?
No, it was just its own thing. It was. I think it was just shown on every channel. I think it was because of that.
All right. Meanwhile here in Italy, we actually had primetime anime on a channel. Unironically, we had Dragon Ball, One Piece, Naruto, usually playing at lunch. They played 2-3 They usually played 2 episodes or 3, and voila.
They also have like Ghost in the Shell or Cowboy Bebop.
No, they just had the most popular one, the most popular shonen one from Dragon Ball to they simply used to play mostly Dragon Ball Z because that's mostly.
It,
what I
it
remember.
was like our Toonami for Italy, basically.
Yeah, there was also other places where they played anime, and on another channel, I remember they also played. I also remember that on another channel they also played Soul Eater.
Ugh,
What's
Unironically,
that?
they dubbed
I don't
over
want to get into the Soul Eater anime. It ruined it. The rushing for this series ruined that. Soul Eater is a great anime.
Yeah, but
No, it's a great manga. The anime sucked.
yeah, but
Okay.
I wish that we got a Brotherhood adaptation for Soul Eater. I wish we
Like a
did.
Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, like a redoing? Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like where they actually follow the manga and all that, because you learn so much more by the manga. Like Korra becomes insane, goes on the moon. Maka has to wear the red bloody dress, which is from the black blood. Fights on the moon. They destroy it. It gets ridiculous. Death the Kid becomes more like Death.
Jesus.
Okay.
That sounds
I mean,
awesome.
Yeah.
Dang it, why didn't
Yeah.
that happen?
Like
I've
Death
only-
the Kid's 3 lines on his forehead, on his hair, become full, and you find out Death the Kid is not his kid. He's the aspect of Death. Like he is Death's power that was basically brought down to become more human, like more
Like
cartoonish.
if,
Oh.
like if Raven was actually just, what is it, Trigon? What's her father's name again?
Trigon.
Trigon, yeah.
It's more of he is the power aspect that Death had to leave behind to start the academy. He wasn't as scary.
Okay.
Because you keep thinking, how does Shinigami just constantly act like Donkey? He just chops peeps in the head, and it's like, this guy is the real Reaper. You keep thinking,
Yeah, that's
not
the Reaper chop is hilarious. It is effective.
But still, you imagine someone like him, just having to deal with, having to deal with the Shinigami. Having to deal with him, and how in the flashbacks looked different.
It was because he didn't want to scare the kids in his school.
Yep.
That's the reason why.
Yeah, he just wanted to look more child friendly, even though his current death side was just, what's the term? What's the term to describe Maka's father? What's the term to define him?
A pervert, Lear.
Yep. Yeah, Lear.
Oh,
Yeah, he was a Lear. He was a. But he was dedicated to his wife. It was after the breakup he became more like that.
Gee. Wish you could have seen more. Honestly, I'm just gonna start reading the manga. And I wish
Oh
you
yeah,
could-
no, it's worth it. It's worth it.
What'd you just say? Manga?
Hmm.
He's Italian, so we let that slide.
Yeah, point taken. It's not ego.
Sometimes it happens, sometimes it don't. Anyway, I wish we could have done that.
So, shall we move on to our next topic of interest, the
343.
Game Awards?
343 then Game Awards.
Okay.
I have a few things to
Oh
say
Oh my
about
god. I
I-
have stuff to say about 433. They
433.
ruined Halo. It's not.
3, 4, 3.
I don't. See how much I care about that company. They
404.
ruined Halo. So
404
Errors.
The
Halo.
only
Vincent
good game was made by
Farrell.
someone else. The only good Halo game was made by someone else. But under their influence, I guess.
What'd you say? Halo Wars?
Yeah, Halo Wars 2.
Halo Wars 2? Halo Wars 2. I
Yeah.
think Halo Infinite is. Their campaign, at least, is halfway decent. It's probably the best
Not
one
really
they.
for me, it's just it fucks up the entire lore of Halo Wars 2. It fucks
Yeah.
up the entire thing it's set up just because, oh, the Spirit of Fire don't dead, don't fucking they died, the banish killed them all. It fucking sucks.
Yeah, well,
Like, no offense,
yeah.
Tom.
No. I'm gonna get to that. It's just there's a lot more because it's like on one hand I'm like, oh, this is actually really cool. On another hand, I'm like, okay, this is very safe, and it feels like a sequel to a game that hasn't been made yet. It feels like we missed an entire game in between this. Like there should have been a bridge between Halo Wars 2 and this. Like
Well, the problem is
where?
they try to map Halo Wars 2 and Halo 5 together into one game.
Hmm.
Like, try to tie both storylines together.
Yeah, that actually would have been cool. And you would have seen Master Chief fight with Red Team. How
Exactly.
Cool, how cool would that
Red
be?
team, go red team.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Blues.
Yeah, fuck you, Blues.
Suck it,
Fuck it,
Blues.
Blues.
Yeah, suck it, Blue.
Shotgun. Shotgun, damn it. Where's my shotgun?
I want my shotgun. Oh, I grab my shotgun?
Lopez, we need this. Donde está el español?
Pendejo.
Lopez is a better Mexican representation than Coke.
But yeah, other than that, all right, Vincent, what were you gonna say about 404 Industries?
My brain's not found. Yeah, brain's not found. There we go. 404, brain not found.
Brain not
Please
found.
give us money.
Please give us money.
See, ever since.
Right now, 343 fucked up Halo. Like, I'm sorry, I will still gripe about Master Chief losing that one Spartan. No.
Locke?
No. Yeah.
No.
No. Doesn't matter if Locke is cybernetically enhanced. He still has limitations. Master Chief doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly,
A Spartan 4 should not beat a Spartan 2. Like, hands down.
No.
It should have been Noble
Even
6.
Part 1, Part 3s weren't as good as the 2s. No one is as good as the 2s.
Mm-hmm.
Two's for
Like, the
Noble
closest
6 was
one-
as almost as
Noble 6.
Almost. But he was Oni.
Noble,
He was
no.
like George CIA.
No, Noble 6 was not Oni. Noble 6 was a Spartan 3 program who had the second
Well,
lethal,
he was
highly
tied
deadly,
for Oni.
accurate.
He was tied with Oni.
He was
Worked with them
he
before
he
Noble.
worked with Hunter. Yeah, exactly. He was Hunter. He worked with Oni. He did some Black Ops missions. Then he joined the Noble team and became their replacement for 6.
He was the lone wolf. Yeah, he was the assassin. He was the we need to fuck shit over there. Master Chief is kind of indisposed at the moment, so we need another Spartan. Hey, this guy's really good by himself. Let's go.
We need someone who can get shit done quietly, not just go in guns blazing.
Yeah, no. Master Chief is you need to terrify the enemies. You send in the chief.
Okay.
You need to scare them tactically and retrieve information. You send in 6.
Yeah, Master Chief is like the Army Rangers. Noble 6 is more like Delta Force or Navy SEALs.
He's the Spec Ops. He is we don't talk about that.
Yeah.
He's the quiet one that gets shit done, and people don't know, and people will be left none the wiser or just corpses. Master Chief.
I'm the Black Superman. Yes, Spartan Love.
Wait.
So true.
Wait.
Look at chat.
Okay, let me look at chat. Give me a second.
Well,
No, chat is fine.
Jim and I are. Oh my god.
Alright, how about
Look at
Sure.
me. Look at me. I'm Black Superman. Well, he is Luke Cage. So he's close.
Yeah. But yeah, no. Master Chief should have wiped the floor with them.
Yeah, he should have.
And they had Kate, one of the fastest people out there, who was deadlier than that one Spartan assassin from Noble Team.
Okay.
No. I'm dying as gay. I'm
Emil?
that Spartan. Thank you, Emil.
Okay, yeah. He was cool. Well, him and June. Technically, June is like the only survivor, too. Technically, like the only Noble... Or the only Spartan 3 survivor. Well, if you count Noble 6.
Noble 6 is dead.
Noble 6 is dead. It's canon that he's dead, even though it would actually be better if he was alive. Like, I remember sharing that video of
To
him.
be fair, we never see his death. We never see it.
I think it's like confirmed in one of the
guys.
confirmed in one of the books.
Let's be real. He's not dead. He's MIA.
He's MIA.
Yeah, MIA.
Spartans
He's
never die.
We never say that they're dead or gone. They're always MIA.
They're MIA.
They're still in between.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a whole really good fan theory out there that Noble Team was being hunted down by zealots. The elite assassins, like these guys, you send them out to kill things. That's what whole Noble Team was being done for.
That does explain like when Emil died and how they tracked down Noble 6 and moved in scrapyard.
So it's really interesting. Each elite clan has specific armor sets, and if you notice, all the zealot elites all have the same armor scheme. That's an interesting thing.
it feels like they are really just trying to hunt down the demons, because because I don't know too much about Halo lore, but I think I know is
The demon was only for Master Chief.
Yeah.
Only Master Chief's nickname. No one else was called a demon.
still I think they know the tactical advantage of Spartans and those sort of units. So the more important ones, the one they know, they fuck shit up because I'm pretty sure they could see that something happened even with Noble 6. They know damn
Yeah,
well to pass through
I'm
there.
trying to remember the book, The Fall of Reach, where you learn from everything from Master Chief's point of view that leads him up to the cryo chamber. Somebody leaked, like the elite covenant got information about Reach, and they realized that's where they're coming from. Let's just send assassins after them and kill the hierarchy to gain in their knowledge.
That makes sense because they have the information where basically their biggest thorn in the side are being made, and basically where the claim where the humans
The ones that the reclaimers, the ones that the prophesize, we are the special ones, we are the guys who can do this shit. They were pissed off about that.
Well, wasn't the whole reason the Covenant tried to kill humanity was the fact that humanity's existence proved the religion was bullshit, and the prophets didn't want to lose power.
Yeah.
It was that, and also humanity was blew up a ring. Yeah, that too.
Oh, odd one out. Yeah.
we also blew up a Halo ring and did more shit, which I'm pretty sure that already won't give us a good PR with them, other than already having other past relations that are basically dog shit and constantly only sticking to war.
Well, to be fair, before he blew up the ring, humans also blew up a bunch of Forerunner warships back in Halo Wars 1, 30 years beforehand.
Yeah, I can see why they're very non-sociable with us. But I feel like after the events of 3, I say let bygones be bygones.
I'm still remembering that one scene in Halo 2 where the Covenant, the Flood hive mind teleports Master Chief into the chamber. That one grunt looks behind him and he's like, "Boo!" and the grunt basically shits himself to death.
Pretty much.
Basically, that guy was like, "Fuck, we're fucked. He's here. Shit."
Yeah,
fuck the shit. I'm out.
He eats other grunts for breakfast.
He uses them as socks. And I'm sorry, number 2, Halo 2 still has one of the best lines in the whole series. Master Chief, you mind telling me what you're doing with that bomb? I'm
to give
giving
the
it back.
No, he said, commission to leave the station. On what grounds? To give the Covenant back their bomb. Permission granted.
And that scene was like, what? And he just flies in space holding a
For a brick, you flew pretty good.
For a brick, he flew pretty good.
I still prefer the line, what is it? God damn it, it's the fucking ODST line. It's we are Marine, or was it? We are Green or Marine. Fuck, never mind, I forgot the line, damn it.
Dang, I haven't played ODST in a good while.
ODST. You like jazz? Because we got jazz.
It's a fucking piece of shit, and the author can fuck himself.
What?
Well, the reason why, fun fact, the reason why the ODST hates the Spartans so much is because of John.
He killed 3 of them.
He killed 3 of them when they were trying to be serious, and he killed them by
15-year-old.
As a 13.
Oh yeah,
was it 13 or 15?
Yeah,
he was 13.
He was like a he was like a augmented teenager fighting these fully armed, fully trained soldiers, gone through hell training, and just they're all dead. Destroyed them.
And the one scene where he's lifting weights, and they're like, "Yeah, we could totally do that." They came and struggled to lift the bar up. That's when they realized that's not human.
That's beyond human.
That's the point of Spartans.
You're green and very, very mean.
Okay, that's what the line was. That's what it was. All right. I'm trying to say. Fuck.
Thank you, call sign Cody.
Thank you. You have cool guns.
All right, let's get. We got so sidetracked just fanboying
Sorry.
about Bungie's Halo, because that's how good this stuff used to be.
See what happens when we talk about Halo? We go to the good shit.
We go to the good stuff
Yeah.
instead of 343. It's like screw up. All right, let's get to the start. So, Bungie leaves. Halo 3 is done. Well, no, it's actually Halo ODST.
Halo Reach is the.
No, actually, Halo
ODST.
Reach.
Halo Reach. Halo Reach is the last one.
That was the last one. Right, I keep.
That's neat for fact.
Right. That was their send off. That was the final one, even though it contradicted the books, but who cares?
It doesn't matter. It was gorgeous. It was great. You're like, what?
Whoa.
Wait, what books did it? What?
Fall
The
of
Fall
Reach.
of Reach.
Fall of Reach.
Uh,
There are
okay.
events in the game that contradict events in the book.
But they're
Yeah,
both canon.
Yeah, it does.
Make up your head, Canon.
Yeah, it's not Clone Wars, Dave Filoni level bad, where like it completely shatters canon, but it's noticeable. But yeah, that was the Bungie's final thing. They leave. 343 gets created. This hodgepodge group of people who are from other studios, I think. And the whole purpose was to basically provide content for Halo. That was the whole point. And then out comes, what was it, Halo 4? That was the first
Halo
thing.
4.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, Master Chief stumbled upon this Forerunner base, this prison. Cortana's going rampant. Oh no, what's happening? Kind of deal. And then you find out that the Forerunners basically made humanity their...
They're the gods, basically.
No, it was you find out the Forerunners are the reason why the Flood are still around. The Forerunners killed off the universe to stop the Flood from spreading and then bring back all the people by DNA samples and all that. It was like, what?
What?
Yeah, that don't make sense. I still
Yeah.
think
And
The
then
didact, and you have like the gameplay philosophy also changed. Like a bunch of things were getting shifted around. Like
Yeah.
the art style changed massively.
his
Uh,
armor got upgraded for some strange reason while in
the-
cryospace.
Yeah, like the excuse I thought was very dumb. I think you should have just said it's an art style change. It's like,
You
no,
also
that's
had,
just
Or you also had armor abilities, which I think should have stayed in Halo Reach and Halo Reach only, and armor abilities should have not moved to Halo 4.
it should just stay in the multiplayer.
it should have either been multiplayer or it should have been something not totally out there, you know? Like not like massive jump pack abilities like you see in 5. I'm okay with things like maybe like a shield or like different things.
Yeah,
in
the
there,
hard
but
light shield made sense. because that
Infinite,
was
I
something-
think, was the best merger of the two in terms of gameplay, but you can tell, like, as the games were progressing, they had a hard time trying to, like, add things to it, and it was quite clear they didn't really mesh the design philosophy of Bungie that well, because when you're, like, other people point this out, when you're fighting Prometheans, there's no real, like, cool attack patterns that you can learn from them, like you're fighting the Covenant. It's like, oh,
Like, the best you can do is just shoot him in the back and hope for the best.
exactly.
Like the knight.
Yeah, when it comes to the hunters, you
Yeah,
shoot 'em in the
with how
back.
it was like certain enemies were weak to ballistic weapons, but the energy weapons were like superior to shields and all that. It was a ballet of combat. Like you had a ballistic weapon and an energy weapon. I'm fighting in lead. Let me overcharge a shield, then start whipping out bullets on it. Like that's how it was.
That's how it was.
The Forerunners, it brings it out. Like they're immune to bullets, they're immune to plasma weapons. The only thing that can damage them, and it was.
It's bullshit. Just specialized enemy that just break.
See,
the
that's a better idea. The metal, like, yes, you're right. The original part 2 was supposed to be the original plan for was the Flood to come back, and the UNSC and the Covenant would team up and fight them. Like, yes, that's how it should have been.
Yes, because honestly, the Flood seems like Since after the Covenant is gone, the Flood seems like the best big thing to go after. Because do I need to
I mean,
remind
and
that?
then see, they could have done one where they're fighting the flood and find the hive mind and all that. They could have introduced the Forerunners after that. Like they're traveling through space. They find they find this planet. There's no flood on it. Like, what's going on? Why is it? Let's implement this technology in our worlds. Oh shit, it's a prison. Like, that would have been interesting.
Yes. But unfortunately, 343 as usual needs to fuck things up because
It's that one fucking TikTok meme. I know I hate to bring this up. The square hole. Where's the square go? That's right, in the round hole. Like, that's what that their idea is.
I know what you're talking about. It's just no. Please don't do this. Everything is just Forerunners now. Everything is just. It was the Forerunners. They're gods now.
Yeah, that kind of story does not work well. Like, oh, all of these problems are caused by one group. It's like, really, it's lazy writing.
Yeah. The standout.
Because we get the Forerunners where these advanced species that create the Halo rings, the structures, the artifacts. We would have gotten that. But instead, now they had to bring them back and fuck it all up.
Yeah.
The
The Forerunners should have stayed dead.
Or at least keep them at a very numbered. Like, there was 1 or 2 that survived. Like, that would have been that. Give some sort of small exposition. And they don't want to fight anymore. That would have been it. Like, that would have been my limit. There is just a couple of them. Like, you can cut them on your fingers. That is my limit.
Well, like,
Instead of...
if you want to have the Forerunners still be alive, have it be like Mass Effect 1. Like, at the end of Mass Effect 1, you have the fucking, was it that weird, like, what is it, library place you go to? Like, that, like, old place that, it was like, the species that existed, species that existed, yeah, I think so. It was, like, the last, was it the last species long before humanity and anyone else showed up. And when they fought the, fucking, what are they called? Reapers, yeah. And it was that species, and, like, only a few of them were alive. Like, something like that could work.
You mean the
like, on one planet.
the
Protheans?
Protheans.
Yeah, the Protheans.
Protheans, yeah.
Or like that single Prothean. That's what I thought mostly.
Javik.
Like,
Oh yeah, that's a playthrough, fuck.
The species used to eat you. The frogs evolved?
The lizard people evolved? I believe they're amphibian. They used to eat flies.
Plus, that makes me some Jamaican accent too. That was fresh. I like that. I like that accent. Reminds me of Grimm.
Also, I love this new joke where he calls fucking what's his name, the black guy from Mass Effect 2, the companion, the one no one cares about.
Jacob.
I love to see him call that. Yeah, I love to see him or the fucking Promethean call him an ape, like because humans evolved from monkeys. But obviously that's offensive. I just think it'd be funny.
What an odd coincidence.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, what?
Yeah, you're fine.
Jesus. But yeah, back to. I think.
Back to Halo.
Yeah, I think I think the good thing about that story with 4 is, like, the main thing with Chief and Cortana going rampant and, like, Chief carrying, that dynamic was probably the thing that got me through that game, I would say.
Yeah.
Even though the main story of it was, like, could have been better. The Didact should have had been an actual boss battle rather than you press a button. That's really dumb. The worst thing about, like, the send-off of the game is that, like, you can tell of, like, how they clearly wanted to send off Cortana, and then just a game later they just bring her back and she's the bad guy, and it's just, ugh.
Yeah.
We don't talk about Halo 5. We don't talk about Halo 5.
The only good part about that game is the fact that Buck became a Spartan. That's it.
Yeah, that's the only standout. Buck's a Spartan. That's about it.
Yeah,
Man.
just about it.
Yeah, like,
Honestly,
and I wanted.
I think
Oh,
I
okay.
think Buck would have totally agreed with Master Chief's ideas. Like, no, we need to solve
Probably.
this. Like,
Still a bit
Like,
on
Fun
top.
fact: canonically, Buck has met Noble Six back in Halo Reach.
What?
Well, Noble Six is like he helped them out, and
Yeah,
that one what was that, Skyline? Got that
I think it
mission.
was the dark city map. We
The
flew
city.
the Falcon.
Where you flew the Falcon. Yeah,
yeah.
that's it.
Oh,
Fucking chain gun.
fucking unlocked a secret memory I hid.
Damn.
Oh yeah. There's a secret too. We could like get a Pelican on that mission too. A weird secret.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That changes a lot of things.
Yeah, like, to get back to a point I wanted to get to, like, earlier, like, I remember sharing a video, it was either Halo follower or somebody, and they pointed out, like, what if Noble 6 fought Master Chief, and it was actually pretty
the
cool.
animation?
Yeah, the fan animation, and it's like, why didn't they do that instead? They've been bringing, like, and I don't think fans would really care if they brought the character back anyway, because 343 were bringing back Spartans left and right anyway, like, Blue Team is somehow alive. Buck is now a Spartan. All these other characters are Spartan. Master Chief is no longer the last Spartan, or last Spartan 2 for that matter. So like, why not bring back Noble 6? Yeah, like, why not do that? And that actually would have been a much better story. And arguably,
Noble 6 leading the team against Master Chief, a lone wolf versus the unstoppable one-man army.
like,
Well, actually, instead, have Noble Six work with June. I think him and June make a really good team. As they're both kind of like lone wolf sniper type people.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Still, I'm fucking pissed they didn't bring back Noble 6. Noble 6 is just the best. Why they did this shit?
Like, no, I still gotta go with the idea of you play as Noble 6 leading a team against Master Chief. Like, we need to find him. How do we find him? You send the second best Spartan after him. Done.
Yeah.
You send the one that's almost as deadly as him. Done.
Done.
No,
You want shit done? You get 6.
instead they had to go through all this roundabout way about doing bullshit. But no.
And that would have improved upon his character as well. Mr. I work alone. I do this shit alone too. I have to lead a team. We got another bot.
Uh-oh. Don't worry.
Another one.
Continue your point, dude. That's fine.
But yeah, no, that would have been an interesting character dynamic from Mr. Lone Wolf to team leader, Mr. I now have to lead a team. I lead a team. Like, that would have been a really great character development, you know?
There's no such thing as character development in 343. I don't know that. So tiresome. It's also tiresome.
Yeah, like their storytelling somehow like got worse when you got to 5, because all of a sudden now you had to read like several books, you had to read several comics, you had to tune into the Hunt the Truth podcast in order to understand what was going on.
Most of the things is you have to read all the extra background lore, which kind of sucks.
Can't I just?
And the background lore wasn't really that good. The only thing I would say that stand out the most was Nightfall. But even then, it's like Nightfall was okay, but like better than Paramount's piece of shit TV show.
Oh,
can't I just?
what are like a good piece of like Halo like media to watch? Just watch Halo Legends.
Halo Legends, Halo Forward Unto Dawn. There's some other fan stuff. There's some other anime stuff. There's the Neil Blomkamp trailer. There's the
Haloid,
yeah. Wait, what?
Red vs. Blue if you want a comedy.
Oh yeah, Red vs. Blue. If there's debate whether that's canon or not, but that depends.
It's not.
Oh yeah,
I mean-
like Halo 4 kind of made it canon in the Black Ops mode.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
Because you found
yeah.
body record on the Reds and Blues.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I forgot about
Goddamn.
that. They did make a cameo in 3. They did. You do if you
What's
go.
the
Oh, yeah,
password?
or
I don't know. Does the
Rooster
chief
Teeth
know
made
the
a cameo.
password? I don't know. Ask him.
Just let me in, goddammit.
What's the password?
Man, those are the good times.
Good
Yeah,
times.
like, yeah. Back
So,
to
wait.
5, like, also to point out is like most of the symptoms in Infinite does kind of continue what 5 did when I think about it, that like Jewel Mandama, like the elite leading the Covenant, basically gets killed in the first mission when you're playing as Osiris, which is kind of silly. Instead of making him the main villain of the game, instead they make Cortana the villain of the main game. Essentially just making the Covenant basically like useless, and like them stringing up
That
like,
one brute guy.
yeah, like you can tell like that game had poor direction, and you can tell with also the marketing as well, because the game. Remember the Hunt the Truth, like the Chief versus Locke stuff. Yeah, that was only like what one cutscene. That's about it, and everyone pointed this out.
It should have been like a 10-minute fight scene. Like
It
these
should
are
have been a
Spartans
boss
fighting
battle.
each other.
It should have been a boss battle.
That too.
Oh yeah, boss battle between a Spartan, that'd be awesome. Like, how would that work? Like having a boss battle against a Spartan, that'd be actually kind of cool gameplay wise.
That they marketed the game with like their big revelation, but big fight. It's no big fight. Realize you're gonna take a game because you love a game. I know we have problems with Angry Joe, but he had it best.
Yeah.
That's what Angry Joe at least had a leg to stand on. Now he has nothing. He doesn't even deserve to exist right now.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just saying I just don't much like Angry Joe. He feels annoying to me. But all I'm saying
Just stay away from his news coverage. Like when he reviews stuff, he's pretty much on point most of the time. But I just think some of his coverage in his recent coverage video, I think he's just misinformed, honestly. But we're not gonna get sidetracked with that. But yeah, after 5, you can tell 343 definitely took some criticism. I believe the writer for 5 and most people that worked on that game were fired. They then had, what was it, a 5-year development period because they had to redo the engine, or at least upgrade the engine. They were
making it like open world.
Making it open world with the Halo ring. They had a 10-year plan, quote unquote. And they had to retool the campaign a tad, which I think they overcorrected. I personally like it, even though there are massive issues with it, such as like it feeling like it being a sequel to a game that didn't happen. Chief, in some points, feels more robotic than he should be. I don't know if I'm the only one who feels that way. I know a few people I know say that. Some people say they like Chief's interpretation in the game. I don't really know. There's some times where it feels spot on in gameplay. There are times in cutscenes where he feels off. Atriox being essentially in the background of the game, like he's not actually dead. In a credit scene, he's revealed to be alive, but the fact that he's essentially dead, quote unquote, for most of the game is really silly. And you're dealing with his lieutenant most of the time. Cortana is like dealt with like pretty. Atriox is alive. It's just in the game, he's dead. Like in an end credit scene, he's revealed to be alive, and like in the beginning of the game, it's a cutscene, and it's kind of told to you that he's dead. It's all over the place. It feels like an entire game like happened like off screen, and
at least like a few campaign missions off screen.
Yeah,
I still think that Infinite should have just stay a bit longer in the oven and just, maybe just retail a couple more things and fix up a couple of things. Because you really feel some parts are kind of rushed, even though it's next gen.
That's the irony about it, is that they took the extra development time. That game was massively delayed. And and the game released basically like a lot of missing features. Co-op was nowhere, Forge wasn't there. Most of the stuff we're getting like now.
Not even co-op, like local co-op is gone. Not even doing that anymore.
Local co-op. Well, it technically is if you glitch there's a glitch apparently. People found out.
Oh,
I've watched
It's a
videos,
glitch. It's a glitch.
and
Okay.
it's not really a
Like
glitch.
patched like
No,
a week ago.
it's probably not. It's probably developed in there, and they just abandon it because that has to be in the game's code. You don't just glitch in split screen. You don't just do that. So more than likely, my thought is that they were developing it and they just abandoned it. And it's still
Yeah.
in the game's code and people found a way to exploit it and were able to do campaign
I
split
guess,
screen.
342 will probably just, they'll probably fix it in like a week or two just because, no good fun bugs.
Yeah.
But I also think that maybe the suits just forced them to drop it, because of course they're gonna
Probably.
say local split screen is dated. Stop working on it.
No one does that anymore.
Yep. Because apparently the suits are always right.
Yeah.
That's the most terrifying going by Occam's razor. Since I'm pretty sure even 343, I'd like to use split screen from time to time, especially now since we have bigger screens who we could theoretically play better with split screen. But now apparently it's obsolete. Nobody wants to stay at each other's house. We all gotta have, because we need to be constantly connected to the internet 24/7, 7 days a week.
Microtransactions. Ooh. Stuff like that. Like always online services and stuff like that.
I crave death. Speaking of, can we change subject for a second? It's mostly because I want to rave about Remedy and how they're actually doing something. They're finally doing the thing that people never thought they'll do, even though it's last year. It's Alan Wake 2, baby. Guys?
Sorry, I'm reading something.
I think I'm dead.
Yeah,
I'm not dead. I'm still here.
Oh, no.
Huh? What?
Okay, now he's here.
I'm still saying it's fucking Alan Wake 2. It's happening. So even in this game award this year, that they appear or something.
I actually found this game award to be very, very on point. Elden Ring won Game of the Year. Ragnarok didn't win anything. Honestly,
Good.
that seems about right.
Good.
Wait, what?
Cause
Wait, what do you mean? Like the game.
Ragnarok did not win a single award it was nominated for. Elden Ring won 4. Squaresoft won the Studio of the Year.
Wait, did it win? I don't remember it.
Wow.
Like
Yeah.
the awards didn't happen yet.
wait,
Yeah,
Squaresoft?
they did.
Wait, it happened? Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Wait,
Yes.
The nominations. Wait.
The award nominations are done. Like,
Yeah, the award
Elden Ring
nominations.
won.
So since I didn't watch
The
this,
golden joystick is done. Like,
so
Okay.
guys, since
Isn't
I
it supposed to
didn't watch
live stream at 8? At the December 8th?
they already did it.
No, I don't think they did.
Look it up.
I'm looking it up.
Wait, isn't it November 8th or is it December 8th?
December 8th.
I guess they were on a tight schedule then. I don't know. Guess they were probably on a tight schedule or some shit. So anyway, since I didn't watch the games award,
Predicting the best winner. List of winners from Golden Joystick.
so
Are you talking about the
since I
Golden
didn't-
Joystick or you're talking about the actual Game Awards?
The actual Game Awards.
Yeah, so Golden
Yeah, no,
Joystick. Golden Joystick Ultimate Game of the Year was Elden Ring, but like the actual Game Awards themselves ain't gonna air until December 8th.
Oh,
so
okay.
I said golden joystick.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe,
Alright. Because I'm like, okay. Because I wanted to live stream that, if that's possible, so, okay.
Are you live streaming it? Alright.
Maybe, we'll see. I make no promises, but we'll see.
possibly I like to see what they're hiding, and mostly just want to see again Remedy, mostly because because when it happens, what was the guy what was the head
Yeah,
of
the Game Awards. That
what
one
do
we don't. I really don't care about because that one's more political and more pushed towards it.
They're bought out. It's always a
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
Yeah,
always.
it is.
Yeah, that's
But
yeah,
that's
that's,
like I go by the golden joysticks. Those ones actually matter.
yeah, but I also gotta say that I mostly cared mostly about last year because first off, it's Remedy. I love Remedy. I love Max Payne. I love Alan Wake. I grew up with that stuff. Those were my games, and well, mostly it's just fun just seeing the head of Remedy. What's his name? Fucking forgot. I think it's Sam something. It's Sam
Sam
something.
Fisher.
Yeah, Sam.
Max
I'm
Payne.
pretty sure that's the name. You just see it there, and he does the squint. It's Pain. I just keep hearing in my mind. It's Pain.
Fuck.
I just
He
keep,
does the Xbox one. Flash Gifts always makes a joke about him.
no, it's not. That no, I mean it's just whenever you look at a face, whenever he does a squint, it's Pain's face. It's the face.
Yeah,
Like,
because
you
he was Max Payne's model in the first 2 games.
I know, and that's why I keep hearing those. I can hear those phrases in my head just every time. Every time he appears, it makes for excellent memes. The Pain memes are just top shelf shit. Amazing, just chef kiss, magnifique. We need more of those.
So
I
for Game
really could-
Awards, does anyone have any idea what's gonna win? Because I know it was
think Elden
Plague's Tale, Elden
Yeah,
Ring,
Game
God of
Awards.
War.
I'm sorry, God of War was not that great.
Is it like a
Yeah.
walking sim or something? Like an actual walking sim?
Yeah, it's
To
been
play God of War, to beat all of it, you need about 40 hours.
40 hours? Okay.
Water.
And I
Yes.
100% it. So,
It
So you know your
feels
stuff, alright.
yeah,
it feels padded. I've seen clips. It just feels padded.
it is padded.
Alright.
Dang, Vince, I thought you liked the game. Whoops.
No.
God of War was a money grab. I'm sorry. I didn't. Yes, I beat it. It was all right. It didn't take me as long as the 2018. The combat was so much slower. In Ragnarok, the weapons combos were dumbed down. Most of the abilities were stripped. It was. The weapons don't feel as fast as they do. Like I said earlier, God of War Ragnarok, a PS5 game, was made for the PS4.
And my fucking pain. So anyway, what other games could probably catch my eye? I guess for the Game Awards, I'm mostly again waiting on Remedy because they said on 2023 they had something more to show for Alan Wake 2 and possibly the remake for the original Alan Wake. What else? Possibly
Resident Evil 4.
Wait, remake or remaster?
remake.
It's a remake.
Okay, because
The
didn't the remaster come out?
Oh wait, also they're also remaking the first Dead Space, which that's also kind of hype.
Yes.
And what
I
else?
thought EA's doing that.
Possibly, I like to say maybe.
Yeah, no. Dead Space is getting a remake.
Yeah, it
And
looks like this is-
supposedly
oh, here.
supposedly it is like bigger maps, like they're ground up.
As long as they fix the fucking asteroid shooting mini game, that's all I care
Mhm.
about.
Oh, yeah, no, they're working everything up.
Alright. That fucking mini game, it can kiss my ass.
I presume.
You're just mad that you didn't get 85%.
Yeah, because it's fucking bullshit. You have to shoot so many goddamn things to fucking shitty ass
Just
fucking.
okay. If you want to
get
get 85 cents, you want to hear my secret? Focus on the
What?
middle panel.
middle panel, alright, got it.
That's the trick. Always focus.
That's
on
the trick.
Yep, that's the trick. You always gotta focus on the center, because the side you can ignore it. Anything else ignore. Just focus on the center. That's the trick I learned on most people whenever I watched them. Also, what other game could be interesting from that thing? I guess.
I'm looking at the Game Rewards. Some of the stuff that's like they're trying to say best adaptation: Arcane, League of Legends, Cyberpunk, Edge Runners, The Cuphead Show, Sonic 2, The Hedgehog, and Uncharted. I'm kind of stuck between League of Legends, Arcane, and Edge Runners. Like, Arcane is fucking phenomenal. It was great. The art style was done amazing. Edge Runners had fucking great shit in it.
It's either gonna be one of those two, to be honest. I hope to God Uncharted does not win, because that movie was shit, but, like...
It was, and I didn't like the joke where the guy, Nolan North, is like, yeah, we just fell out of a cargo hold, landed into the ocean in a car. I was like, you too?
Something that happened to me once. Like,
It actually is kind of funny, though. It's actually kind of funny.
It is funny, but
it
it's...
was...
That's the only funny thing. The rest is just no. But
Also, I haven't played any games for the nominees and the new awards, but I do think Stray looks kind of fun. The cat game.
Yeah, the little
Oh yeah,
cyberpunk
no,
cat game.
I love it. You can knock shit over like a cat.
It's just cat game. It's a simple game. You're a cat. Simple as.
Yeah, you're a cat.
I mean, asshole to everybody, and you won't get shit for it.
My name was still Perkins. The cat. I'm a cat. I'm Kevin Spacey, and I'm a cat.
The boy. Yes, I hope at least Stray gets an award, at least one, just for cat game.
At least get a nom. Yeah, it's pretty much yeah.
So wait, right. Last year's Psychonauts 2 would have counted for Game Award.
I think it might have won one of the awards. I have to check, or maybe it didn't. I don't know. That was kind of a fun game.
Possibly.
Although it did not let you say the N word with a typewriter, so it's kind of bullshit.
What?
As a typewriter, you can just type whatever word you want, but it censored, like, obviously, like, the N word, faggot, stuff like that.
Sorry, my audio kind of cut out. What?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I just come back in. All I hear is you can tap the word faggot on it.
Don't forget to take out your trash.
Alexa, stop.
I'm sorry, what?
I have an Alexa. It helps with my fucking short-term memory loss problems.
Why do I respond to that?
No, I have a timer for every Sundays. Take out the trash.
Okay, understandable.
It's to, put some organization into my chaos.
Alright. Well, all I'm saying is, I'm pretty sure last year Psychonauts 2 may have won something, because I like Psychonauts. It's a good game.
It is fun. It's trippy, but it's fun. Well, that's the point.
You won the game stick, joy game. Crap.
Golden joystick.
Golden joystick. Yeah, it won that, I think. I'm looking at it,
Nice.
so.
Nice.
Nice.
I hope at least they release something else for Psychonauts, because it's just getting good. I want something more.
I can see like a DLC being kind of fun.
Yes.
Speaking about DLC, how do you guys feel about the Cyberpunk DLC?
I don't play Cyberpunk, so I don't know.
I don't know about getting Cyberpunk, to be honest. I really don't.
I must have just gotten into it.
Okay, does Cyberpunk have the Blade Runner pistol? Does it have that gun?
Okay.
I think it does. I don't know.
Oh, hell yeah, I can larp the fucking courier from Vegas.
Yeah. No, it doesn't.
No, it
Damn it.
doesn't.
27? No.
But
I'm pretty sure
they do have a really cool pistol called the Malorian Arms 35. It is a tech power pistol, so if you aim down sights, you can shoot through cover and this gun has 3 different reload animations on it.
Does it have a 1911?
No, they.
No,
God damn it.
Hold on.
it doesn't have that, but it's still actually.
There is some cold weaponry, because I think they do.
Wait, Colt's actually like a company in that game?
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah,
Melanie
there
Arms. It's
is at least in the tabletop version in 2020, because
yeah.
go on pistols, because I've been reading a lot of it.
Yeah, but in 2077, the only Colt they have is the new, and that's basically a 45 power pistol, has 9 rounds in it.
Okay, so
Alexa, stop.
we have. So yeah, in the game we have two Colt sidearms. One's the Alpha Omega competition pistol, the Colt Enforcement 10 sidearm, Colt. There's a couple of weapons, and now let me drag them because there's probably something left over from the old guns from 2013.
Is it like a gun, like it has like a weird like bullet guy on it?
Skippy.
Yeah,
He
okay,
is a smart pistol. He's a smart pistol that you don't need the smart link for, and he is a iconic smart pistol. It's pretty fun. If you want to go Skull Conum mode permanently, you got to do Puppy Lover Pacifist, kill 50 people with it, and then it automatically switches over, so it aimed exclusively for the head.
By smart pistol, you mean like the smart pistol from Titanfall 2 or something else?
You need a cybernetic smart link implant in your arm to link the weapon up with, so it auto targets enemies, so you don't really have to aim down the sights. It's designed for people who aren't good at first-person shooters.
Right my alley then.
Also,
you got a smart shotgun, you got a smart sniper rifle, you got a smart SMG, smart pistol, It's pretty interesting once you get into it.
And in a tabletop, you can basically just grab almost every gun and just spend a little bit of extra money, put the cyber modem link, so you can just, do as they said. You can just improve your statistic and being better at hitting things. Especially if you also have if you want to also add some other some sort of cybernetics for the
Karoshi.
eye. Some Karoshi eye stuff, which usually is also some sort of, some sort of built heads-up display or stuff like that to make you aim better than just the cyber, than just the.
The tabletop gets way more in depth, and it's actually pretty fun. We got to thank our Lord and Savior Mike Pondsmith, a black man who built a great game.
Yeah. All I'm saying here is for everyone who is listening, play 2020. Avoid red like the plague. Trust me.
Yeah.
Red is dog shit.
2077 has a lot of updates. It's nice. It's actually a lot better.
Yeah.
I'm playing it on a PS5. It's pretty fun.
We're making a mention about a tabletop. I mean, now 2077 is still pretty good. But now we're just giving a little thing about the tabletop. Do not get red. It's dog shit. Play the classics.
Lone, anything else or just Darker Now?
I don't know. I mean, like, we might end this in a little bit, unless you guys want to add any more topics or anything like that. So
honestly, it's 2 a.m., so I'll just head out.
All right.
So
6:06 p.m. for me.
2 a.m. So I'll see y'all another time.
All right. See you, Alex. All right. That was pretty good.
Good night, y'all.
All right.
Night.
Wanna end us right now?
Yeah, sure.
Just remember, guys, use my referral link to get save 5% on coffee brand coffee. That's no joke. I have a referral link. I'll send it to Lone.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
we were doing this as a joke, but legitimately, it is actually really good coffee. I bought the dark roast, and it's
Wait, wait a minute? Who else sponsor? Wait a minute.
Jeremy Hambley from the Quartering. That's his coffee company, and it's actually really good coffee. I'm not gonna lie. I bought some. I was like, I'm curious, and it's good.
Well, I'd rather drink
Yeah.
that than Black Rifle.
Yeah,
Right.
and I think also Neurotic has coffee brand coffee, I think, too. Or at
Yeah.
least he has his own brand of it, I think.
No, Coffee Brand Coffee is sponsoring Neurotic. I think.
Yeah, I think,
It's at a
because I know he has his own logo and has his own like name for it and everything. All right, well,
No, yeah, it's good coffee. I'll resend the link to loan. Like, this is no joke. Like, you save about 5%. It's good coffee.
hmm.
They have like winter seasons going on right now. They have cold brew teas now. I think they're trying to do Keurig pops for it as well.
Oh well. From the people who brought you the electric spoon, and I can't believe it's not Tolstoy. Call now and you'll now see a neck beer in a can. Got a problem? Spray some hair on it.
Also introducing the shower gun.
The shower gun. Come in, come clean. Student later. See you guys.
Keeps all those predators away.
The shower gun. When you have to murder somebody in the shower. When somebody breaks into your house, please refer to your